Chill Army, DeAndrox7 here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Anime Episode Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Pokemon Journeys Episode 80, Trial Mission, Volcarona's Golden Scales. Now, I know I'm supposed to be reviewing Episode 81, but it was one of those weeks where I just didn't really record anything. So today I'm going to review Episode 80, and then tomorrow I'm going to do my review on Pokemon Journeys Episode 81. Also, some heavy spoilers here, or not really heavy spoilers, but some minor spoilers here. So, if you don't want to be spoiled, then don't watch the video, but if you don't care about spoilers, or if you guys already seen the episode, then feel free to keep watching. So, going over the major events of this episode, Go's Ninetales is returned to its home in Alola, Ash and Go visit Unova again, Go catches a Roggenrola and a Ferrothorn, and Go clears his first Project Mew trial mission, earning a Project Mew token. Now on to the actual review. Episode 80 was one among the most important episodes for Journeys' series economy since the Volkner episode. Now on Go's end, as we followed the research fellows on a visit to the Unova region and seek for Volcarona's Golden Scales, Go's first trial mission to be accepted into Project Mew. This structure harkens back to prior parallel quests like contests and showcases, and allows for a more proper parallel by slotting Go's growth in an exceedingly clear way than simply episodic interactions with new captures and evolutions, and also the occasional long-running Pokemon arc he gets, but at the same time still presenting something new by being focused more on researching rare and unknown Pokemon rather than battling. While the previous episodes where Project Mew appeared gave us a taste of what to expect from trial missions, this is the first proper showing of what is going to be a series faucet of Go-focused episodes going forward. And I find the show to have crafted an honest jaunt out of this. First of all, I quite enjoyed the scene showing Tsurugi and Asahi on their lonesome after bringing Alola Ninetales back to Mount Lanakila, not simply because it allows for a more natural transition from the previous Project Mew episode without counting on outside canon stuff like a narrator recap, but it also allows some fleshing out by having both of the chasers discuss Go, and if Tsurugi is fascinated by him after allowing the boy to complete his mission, showcasing Asahi as more supportive while Tsurugi is seemingly keeping his distance from the subject, telling us a bit more about them and their role in Go's current endeavor beyond just being recurring characters there to be at the sidelines of Go's progress. They're clearly adventurers who had their own history leading them on their current path, working under Hodaka to seek out the origins of Pokemon, and I am curious if the said story will be told fully, or we're just going to get implications and maybe some nods along the way. In terms of Ash and Go proper, however, I quite liked how Go was actually allowed to settle on which specific mission he wanted to undertake, which helps to seek out an honest compromise between allowing Project Mew to continue whenever most appropriate to the story while still allowing for some proactivity in tackling it that Ash's plotline has struggled a small amount with roughly since the B arc. I also quite appreciated how the primary step Ash and Go took to sorting out Volcarona's Golden Scales was going back to the same ruins they explored way back towards the start of the series, and more specifically the Golden Chamber they uncovered, all the way down to meeting up again with the expedition leader from before as some way to allow said episode more weight and purpose that's quite appreciated when massive episodicness can sometimes be a problem for Journeys. I also like the tiny setup of the possible presence of Pokemon hunters looking for Volcarona as the leader sends Ash and Go on the way to a former mining town, considering how the episode develops. It may appear to be simple stuff, but considering how Ash can unfortunately be reduced to almost doing nothing in some episodes, it's times like these that show how you can keep him secondary when necessary without at the same time making him an entire non-entity. My issues with the episodes are fundamentally minor ones, one being that while I appreciated Nito's role within the story, I actually wish the foreshadowing of his betrayal wasn't so obvious with the greedy glint, nor happened one scene later after they could have had him involved from the arrival within the town to sell the betrayal more. And on the same note, I did find the framing of Nito and his accomplices attacking Ash and Go was a tad iffy by implying only one attack, the only Pikachu and Grookey that does not even hit them, was all it took for them to be considered narratively in trouble for the chasers to return and rescue. I did like that it made Go unsure about his achievement if he still needed some help to deal with the hunters, but I feel in this context, making Ash and Go able to fight only to have said fight taken over by the adults would have only increased that sense of frustration without making the protagonists feel perhaps a small amount weaker than needed, whether or not they weren't portrayed as quite outmatched yet. Ultimately, however, these are just nitpicks, as this is a pretty decent first proper trial mission to introduce the concept in earnest, and if this is an example of what we can expect from Go's side of the series going forward, I'm very curious of what's to come now. I'm going to give this episode a 6 out of 10. That is going to conclude today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smackety smack that like button, as it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell icon. It's 100% free, and be sure to check out all of my other content as well. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Only good, Chill Army.